Howdy, welcome back to the homestead. Today we're going to be finishing up the goat barn and trying to make some decisions here on how I want to do this end. I know the last video about the goat barn was all talking and it didn't show you any building. This time it's going to be a lot of decision making. So what I have so far with this project, I haven't had to cut a single board because it's just fell in place perfect with the reclaimed lumber that I got and the dimensions of this existing coop. But on this end, I've ran out of the 46-inch pieces, and I've got some roughly 6 foot pieces. I didn't measure them, but they're all the same. Oh, here, hold that. They are just under 6 foot, 71 1/4. You can let go. But trying to decide whether I want to cut them off even, or if I want to let them stick out 2 foot-ish and have more of a weather break going into the door. But if it's trying to think of which way the weather comes from, I think mainly it comes from the northwest. And this is due south. That's due north behind the camera. Yeah. But anyway, it's going to be some fast forwarding bits of me building this, and I might stop here and there and talk to the camera. But I think I'm inclined to leave these long because, one, I don't have to cut them and I'm lazy, and two, I plan on putting a porch on this thing because goats don't like to be in the rain and they don't like to be inside all the time. So they really need a place that's out of the rain and outside. And there's the little canopy place part over here for the chickens, but that's not sufficient, I don't think. And also want to have my hay feeder and my mineral feeder underneath the roof. So the mineral feeder will probably go inside the barn, but the hay feeder will probably be out here underneath this part. And this part will probably be a tarp to begin with. And I've got some tin that's been given to me, but I have to go take it down. I just haven't had time to yet, but that'll be going on eventually. Eventually. But I'm gonna finish putting this side on, and I'm gonna start from the bottom. I just put this one up here on top temporarily to see where it was going to come out to. I'm going to have a door. I don't know how it's going to affect the door. I guess if I have the door open downhill, yeah, I don't think it's going to hurt. So I'll probably end up leaving these at the full, right at 6 foot. So we're going to get to doing that and enjoy this fast 40 bit. right, well, that's going pretty good so far. Got half of them almost.
I've got a couple nails.
Well, if you count this one, I got half of them.
I got a couple of the older snails that I've
Yeah, I hope he's pulling out the old rusty nails and screws. Make sure you throw them out of here. But I'm gonna go get another few pieces of wood and get back at it. I'll stop the video here and show you what it looks like when we get to the next step.
Oh,
All right, so this wall's done. It comes out 2 feet or so past the building. It makes a nice windbreak. It also supports the porch roof all the way out, so there's only maybe 20 inches past it on the porch roof. And then I got a brace here and another 2x6 over there. So the porch roof is framed in with 2x6s. And I really like it. It's pretty solid. So we got the door left still, but hi Taki. But my wife just got home from picking up my my order from Tractor Supply. So I got grain bucket, and it's the kind of goes over a fence post. I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but I think I'm gonna, it's got holes here that you can punch out for hanging it on a chain link fence. It's probably what I'll end up doing, or I don't know, I may mount it here somewhere. Yeah, probably mount it here somewhere under the roof. Luke's playing behind the camera if you hear a lot of noise. And I got mineral feeder. This is going to go on this back wall. I've got to look online because I'm not sure how high these things are supposed to be mounted off the ground. I know the goats don't like to eat anything below their shoulders, but I don't know what the shoulder height is of Nigerian dwarfs, or the particular ones we're getting. But there should be a pretty good average. I mean, they're goats. If there's food, they're going to get to it. I also got a feed scoop to measure pelletized feeds, so we can know exactly how much pelletized feed we're giving them, because we want their diet to be 80% hay. Excuse me. So I don't want to leave open access to pellets, because they will overeat. Anybody that's ever been to a petting zoo can tell that. And they also had a pack of 4 buckets. These are pretty good quality. I mean, made in USA. All this is Fortiflex, and both of these were cheaper than the Little Giant, and I mean, there's really no difference. I mean, I've worked in plastic industry for most of my adult life, and yeah, chances are a lot of this stuff's made in the same factory. But anyway, these are some pretty good buckets. A pack of 4 of them was, I think, $23. That's a good price for American made buckets, and these are pretty thick plastic. And last but not least is the slow feed hay net. Slow feed hay net. How big is this thing? Yeah. So basically, we'll hang this up. Not right here, but I'm just doing this to hold it while I can look at it. So yeah, it's just basically a big basketball hoop, but closed up at the bottom, of course, and open at the top, fill it with hay, and they could pull out a little bit at a time. Supposedly they can't make as big of a mess with it, and they don't waste as much. So yeah, we'll give this a try. This I think was 10 or 11 bucks. It wasn't much, because all it is a big basketball hoop. So I'm gonna get this stuff mounted up, and I remembered that I have some tin that may work for this. So I can go ahead and get the tin on it today. So let's jump to whatever's next. Whether it's me putting on tin or putting these up. Okay. Ha! Didn't say all right.
Alrighty.
So I decided to put both of these, the grain feeder and the mineral feeder, out here under the porch instead of inside, just for ease of cleaning and stuff. If I have to wash them out, I'm not getting the inside of their barn wet, but they would still be under roof, so it should keep them dry. I went and looked at the tin that I had, and yeah, it was a no-go. It was in worse shape than I remembered. What it is old, one of those metal storage sheds, the real thin, flimsy ones.
I go on there. I'm on top of there.
What?
We have one of those on top of there.
What are you talking about?
On the top of the roof?
This? No. I'm talking about the old shed that we had that got destroyed in the windstorm.
Oh.
It blew over and crinkled and crumpled, and it was just a mess. But I thought there might be a piece big enough for this, but
What are you doing?
it was pretty bad. Taki, there ain't nothing in there yet. I had to tie this net up because Taki was trying to eat it.
And attack it. Is there a chicken in there?
No.
I want
You going in there, Taki?
hiding.
I think Taki's going to end up sleeping with the goats. But as far as the height goes, I decided I'm using screws. So I guesstimated right there is good. And if we get the goats here and it's not good,
This is goat.
we'll move it. That's not for the goats. Goats don't eat straw, they eat hay.
Hey.
So I do have a tarp. I think I'm going to go ahead and
Alright.
staple up here. But I'm going to end this video off here and do that off camera. I know the last few videos have been a lot more talking than action, but it is March the 4th and we are getting these goats on the 17th.
Yeah.
So we're kind of under the gun, and with limited time off of my real job, I've got to really hustle, and that means not filming as much. But I hope you enjoy it. I enjoy making these videos.
Oh, hush.
But I really enjoy hearing feedback from you guys.
Talk
so,
to us in the comments. Please.
Yeah.
We're very lonely.
Don't, we're not very lonely. But do comment, subscribe, like, share on YouTube and
Oh, hush.
and on Rumble. And get these videos to more people. And maybe one of these days, I'll be able to do this full time. So,
I'm still getting the nail done.
that's it for today. God bless you. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.